Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do a UK inspired makeup look. I love how this looks. It's so bronzy and so perfect for summer. So if you're interested in getting in this look, just keep on watching.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
Okay, so we're just gonna start off prepping our face. I'm using the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm, and this is just gonna act as a moisturizer and a primer for your makeup to last all day. Now, these UK tings are so tanned. They have self-tanner. They probably went out in the sun. They went to the salon. So anyways, because we're in quarantine, we're just using a darker foundation. So this is the Fenty foundation in number 280. I'm just spraying her face with Max Fix Plus setting spray, or any setting spray will do. And then you're just going to blend it out with a wet beauty blender. You just want to make sure the skin is a little bit wet to make it easier for you to blend it out, and also it'll set the makeup right in if you're using setting spray. I also put excess foundation or whatever's left on my beauty blender onto the eyelids to act as a primer. So if you don't have a primer and you're too cheap to buy one, just do that. Okay, and then we are just using the Covergirl Concealer in Buff Beige. And you're just going to go down the nose, on the forehead, under the eyes, and on the chin. Just a really light concealer will do because they do like to go really bright and light under the eyes and on their highlights. So that's what we're doing today. If you don't want it this dramatic, you can just do something closer to your color. It's no biggie. And this look is perfect for any blonde. So obviously I'm not blonde, so I just grabbed my bestie, but if you're blonde, this look will look amazing on you. I'm just going back in and just defining it just a little bit more. We want extra coverage right under the eyes. Okay, and then for the contour, we're doing a wet contour today. I'm actually using a foundation. So this is the Face Atelier foundation in number 11. Yes, my foundation brush broke. That's how we roll. Don't hate. It's actually a little bit easier to fold it this way anyways. So we're just doing in the cheekbones, in the hollows of the cheeks, around the face, around the jawline, and on the chin, just to carve it out. And I just sprayed it again, and I'm just using a dual fiber brush just to buff it in. So they do like to go really heavy, a little bit orange for their contour, so that's why we're doing this today. Again, if you want to be more natural, you can go lighter than this. You can do more of like a cool shade, but we're going to go for the full-on look today, so that's what we're doing. Just make sure you blend it out really well. You don't want any harsh lines. So now we're just baking, so we're just setting everything in. I'm using Airspun powder and my beauty blender just to pack it on. You're going to go down the sides of your nose, and then you're going to carve out your contour by going underneath to define it even more. And then I'm going over the lids just to set my primer there. And then with a powder brush, I'm just putting some more powder everywhere else just to set that in place. And now we're using the Benefit Gimme Brow in number 3, and I'm brushing it upwards. So the UK girls love them thick brows, really fluffy, natural. So that's what we're doing. We're not using soap, we're just using the gel. If you have soap, you can use that, like a bar soap and a spoolie. But I'm basically doing very light and natural brows and just fluffing it upwards. And now I'm going to use a brow pencil. So this is the Benefit pencil in 3.5, and I'm just kind of marking, drawing in some hairs, going upwards, and filling in any sparse areas there. A little bit messy, that's what you want to do. That's the look we're going for. And then I'm just blending out any harsh lines with just a clean, fluffy brush. And now we are going to do our crease and our outer corner. You want to use a really kind of orangey brown. So I'm using Swiss Chocolate from MAC, and you're just going to use any fluffy brush and put it in the outer V and in the crease and just build up the color. They like to go really dramatic and really thick full-on makeup, so you want to go a little bit more heavy on the lids today. So that's why I keep going back and building up the shadow. So I did use 3 different shadows. One of them was a blush, so it was more of like a reddish color. It was Raisin from MAC. So I used Swiss Chocolate, then I used Raisin, and then I used the Norvina Anastasia palette. And then what I'm doing is I'm just priming the lids by using a metallic gloss. So this is Petal Metal, I believe it's called. Yeah, and this is from Smashbox. And just blend it in. And then on top of that, we're going to put on BECCA's Opal. So this is actually a highlighter, and I'm just using a flat shader brush, and I'm packing on the color. So when you do the lip gloss underneath, it really helps the makeup stick and pop. So if you have a metallic, that is a good move for you to do. And then I'm going back in with Opal and a pencil brush. I'm just highlighting under her brows and her inner tear ducts. And now I'm just wiping off all of that powder just with a clean foundation brush. And then if you have baby wipes or makeup wipes, just clean up any fallout or excess makeup underneath. So I just, there was a little bit that went on there, so I'm just cleaning that up. And then I'm just going in with my concealer and just fixing any of the makeup that I wiped off. So I'm just using a flat top dual fiber brush, just a smaller version. I'm blending it out, and then I'm going to set it back with that Airspun powder. So going back into the Norvina palette, I'm just using a very small shader brush, and I'm going into her lash line on the bottom just to create a little bit of a smoky look and blend everything together. So that color was called Passion, guys. My bad for before. It's such a pretty, like, reddish brown color. I love it. And then I just want to blend it out with that flat shader brush afterwards, or that flat top brush. And now we're going to do some liner. So they like to do like a thicker black liner with a wing. I typically don't go for this look, but hey, that's what we're doing today. We're going for that UK look. So you want to go thicker. I'm using the INLOT eyeliner. It's just a gel liner, and it's number 77. And you want to use a very small angled brush to be precise. I like to spray my eyeliner with my brush cleaner just to make it a little bit oily so it goes on really smooth. And then you want to angle it upwards and just create a wing there, and then thicken it out. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to smoke it out later. get that liner on there nice and thick. So I'm just going in with Carbon from MAC, just any black eyeshadow and that very small shader brush, and you're just going to smudge it along the eyeliner, and that way you have like a smoked out liner. It also gives you more of a fuller effect for your lashes, so if you don't have lashes on, it'll give you a little bit more of a fuller look there. And I always go back and forth with my fluffy brush, and just I use the Raizin shade, and I went back and just filled it in. And now I'm just putting mascara on. This is the NYX mascara, so I do top and bottom.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner. So. You never know what's around the next corner. So.
Just touching up the liner there. The struggle is real, you guys. If you've ever tried to do a wing liner, you know what I'm talking about.
Mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
So now I'm using Benefit's Hoola Bronzer with just a tapered blush brush, just to make that bronzy contour even more intense. So as you can see, I'm building up that color. And now I'm using Raizin from MAC. It's just like a really nice bronzy, kind of like a reddish tone. And I'm just putting it on the apples of the cheeks, and then I'm using my clean powder brush, and I'm just blending everything out just a little bit. We still want super dramatic, so I'm just going around the edges. Now I'm just using a flat shader brush and taupe from MAC. It's just a more cool toned contouring shade, so I'm going down the sides of the nose, across the tip, and underneath, just to create more of a point. And I also did just under her bottom lip to make her lips look a little bit bigger. And then you're just going to use a clean brush and just brush up and down in the line where it's concentrated. You don't want to spread out the contour. And now with a pencil brush, I'm using BECCA's Opal again, going on the tip of the nose, down the center of the nose, in the tear ducts, above the cupid's bow, and on the chin. And now I'm just using a very small blush brush with the same shade, and I'm going on her cheeks and on her temples. And I'm actually using Champagne Pop for this. And now I'm just going back and darkening up the crease a little bit with Raizin.
You never know what's around the next corner.
Okay, so now we're lining the lips. They love to do like a darker brown liner, so we're just using Spice from MAC. It's a little bit more of an orangey shade, but that's what you want to do. You want to overline the lips, make it super dark and dramatic. And then I go down the center just to give it a little bit more of a shape there.
Always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner.
And now I'm just using a liquid lipstick from MAC. It's called Lady Be Good. It's more of like a peachy tone. and just rubbing our lips together to spread it out, and I'm just kind of blending it in, going back with the Spice lip liner. And now for gloss, so they love to do like a really nice like goldish lip gloss, so I'm using the Sephora collection Self-Made, and I'm just blending everything out. And I just popped on some lashes, went over the liner, and there you have it, guys. That's the full-on look. I hope you like my video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below, and please give me a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. How's that for a UK accent? Bye, guys.